All right, it is time for the Trump Roundup, and this week I'm not going to say that this is the first week of April, which I said on video, and someone's like, "It's not April." I'm like, "Whoa, sorry, I fucked up." I do misspeak a lot on this show because we do talk for quite a long time. Anyway, this
and
is
we
the
kind of wish it was April.
yeah, this is the
Okay.
Trump Roundup for the 11th of March, and this is week 7 apparently of the Trump presidency. And from Vice News, they deliver, of course, the best in one sentence that you can get. It's a really long fucking run-on sentence, but let's go ahead and get started with it. So, President Donald Trump got into a fight with top Democrats about who's a Russian spy.
Oh, Twitter fight!
He accused Barack Obama, the prior president, the guy that did 8 fucking years of, committing wiretaps, and we talked about that one because fuck.
Yeah, because
with zero evidence. He has no evidence of this at all.
Mm-hmm.
This led to mass confusion, even from members of his own party. They're like, "Wait, what? Huh? What? What the fuck are you talking?
Mm-hmm.
No,
talking?
You are
Who
so off the
talk?
message. You're off the message. What are you doing?" Like, we don't talk about the Dark One anymore. We don't talk about that. And that's a race joke, not an evil joke. That's the whole reason they've hated Barack Obama, not because he's a liberal, not anything because he's young or smart or anything like that, but we've always known that the GOP has hated him because he's black.
Well, yeah,
we've known that. They'll never admit it.
Now.
But the thing is, like, he went to this whole wiretapping thing, which if it did happen, they had to have a warrant. So, and that doesn't come from the executive branch. And I believe this guy does not understand separation of powers, like literally at fucking all.
He has no clue
and
how the government works.
And the saddest thing is that right-wing radio and people like Sean Hannity and stuff, they're continuing this lie. They're perpetuating that Barack Obama has a shadow government that he put into place once he left the White House. So they are continuing to blame Obama when Obama is not in charge anymore.
Yeah, you'd think if he had a shadow government, that things would be getting done.
No, but they're not.
a little easy. Why wasn't he using this shadow government for the past 7 years?
And Trump's learning that,
or at least the last 4.
As president, you can't fire off at the mouth at prior presidents of charges like this without coming up with evidence. Otherwise, it could be considered libel.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, yes, President Barack Obama is a public figure, but so is Donald Trump, and you're trying to say that this guy was, like, trying to make a case against you. I mean, did he make a case against you? I mean, no. Like, you're fucked on either hand here,
Yeah.
If you do say, yeah, we do have proof that he wiretapped us, be like, okay, why did he wiretap you? Oh, we're not going to tell you. Or you have to say, no, he didn't. I'm a giant fucking liar.
Yeah.
And nobody should believe a single word I say. So anyway.
Or it could be at the very least, hey, it was the NSA who was tapping the phones of every presidential candidate, because that's kind of something they do.
That's kind of the powers that we gave them as a collective,
Yeah.
people don't agree with it. I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, that's when you guys wanted the Patriot Act because you were afraid of terrorism. That's the kind of shit that you signed into law, Oh man, let's see, what else the fuck did he get up to this week? He signed a new executive order. Hooray! That's going to ban travel into the U.S. from 6 Muslim majority countries. So they took Iraq off the list.
Yeah, don't worry. This one's not going to stand up either. Simply because you remove some of the shitty wording from your executive order and then issue basically the same one.
Yeah, we still have Americans being stopped and doing the whole papers, please thing.
Well, you still have that, but you also have the fact that you still have all of the rhetoric from the campaign. You still have the rhetoric from the first executive order, and this one you're suddenly going to say no, this one's fine. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No.
The courts don't look at it and go, "Oh, we'll ignore everything that happened. We'll ignore all of the context for this."
So this order is like a top aide said in February was basically just like the last order, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's not really much change except he took Iraq off the list, and
He
that's
took
interesting
back
to
off the
me.
list.
Is that where does
He,
ISIS currently have strongholds?
well, ISIS technically is only in Syria.
Yeah, but they do have cities that they've spread in. The ISIS is they have set up the caliphate, you know, and
Right.
that does not follow borders, you know. You have Raqqa, you know, if you have cities like that where they.
I'm being intentionally.
Oh, you're being facetious.
ISIS,
Okay.
ISIS is the Islamic State in Syria, and then you have
Levant,
ISIL, the Islamic State, and yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's ISIL, which is Islamic. Yeah, whatever. We're getting pedantic here, but just
the acronym breaks down. You just need to call it the Islamic State. That's.
But no, it's ISIS is the Islamic State in Iraq and Syria. ISIS. So
yeah,
and then ISIL is Iraq. Whatever the fuck. You don't need. Nobody cares about this. No Americans' eyes are glossing over right now. They're like,
they use ISIS because it's like the scary James Bond villain name.
That was a Bond girl, wasn't it? I think that was a Bond girl's name. ISIS.
See, I remember when I just totally walking by the TV first time I heard them bring up ISIS, I was thinking that they were talking about Archer.
Me too.
And I was like, what the hell are they talking about? Why is Archer on CNN?
Like, oh God, what joke did they make? What the fuck did they do this time?
Do?
I keep waiting for one of these groups to pop up and just
phrasing, Lana, phrasing.
One of their shitty videos. Just go, we are Spectre.
I want.
We are Spectre. You will fear us.
I want the bad guys from ISIS to like make a video where they have like bunnies with knives strapped to them, or I'm making a frisky dingo joke for people out there that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, or I want them to come on TV and start saying "boosh" more often, or just have a guy painted white and they just call him Murder Face. No, that's William Murderface. What am I thinking of? It's fuck, I forgot his name. He's the bad guy from Frisky Dingo. I forgot what his name is though. Killface? I think it might be Killface. Whatever. Nobody cares. Nobody watched that show, but they love fucking Archer. I love Archer too, but know your history. C-Lab, people. C-Lab. Go watch that stuff. Let's see what else fucking happened with the orange one this week. Let's see. He caused the Supreme Court to kick down Gavin Grimm's landmark trans right case back down to the lower court because, we only have 8 justices. And if it went, they're going to kick it right back up to the Supreme Court. And by then we're going to have Gorsuch in there and it's going to be more bullshit. How about that? You're muted, Kyle.
It keeps not unmuting. God damn it. In all fairness to the Supreme Court, they actually had no choice but to kick it back to the lower court since Trump's executive order undid Obama's,
trans rights,
which was to extend the Title IX.
I hope they get somebody.
I guess reinterpret Title IX.
Yeah, I hope that they get Gorsuch in there, and he's not as. I mean, he's one of those originalist kind of people.
Yeah.
But I hope that he turns out to be like more liberal than Scalia. If that was the case, that's a win because at least it moved a little bit left.
Yeah. Incrementally, but
yeah. I mean, as long as it's not Scalia incarnate, I think I'll be happy with that. So
yeah.
They should just bring back his corpse and treat it like a hand puppet. I mean, they fucking already do with Roberts and stuff. So
Weekend at Bernie's.
Just let.
All right, let's see what else happened this week. He saw his nominee for deputy attorney general being grilled about Russia.
Yeah,
that's going over real well for him. Why is everybody on your list of people that you're choosing have Russian ties? Why? Why, dude?
Maybe they won't catch it this time.
Yeah, they won't find out this time. No.
The ACLU submitted a formal complaint to the Bar Association.
Oh, good.
about Sessions.
Oh, good, because he really shouldn't be the fucking attorney general anymore for perjuring himself on record.
Yeah.
Let's see. The guy that's set up to be the deputy for the attorney general, his name is Rod, which is like I'm starting to like comb out my mullet right now when I hear the name Rod, but then I hear the last name Rosenstein and I'm like, wait, what? Probably Rosenstein. Let's see. Sessions' recusal isn't enough. Let's see. The Rosenstein, if he believed that investigating Russian meddling in 2016 was a matter of importance, and he says, I don't know the details, but everyone in this room knows I'm on the side of the USA. USA.
Yeah, did he start the chant?
Yeah.
Rip his shirt open, have an American flag t-shirt on under it.
When I determine it's appropriate, I will appoint a special prosecutor. Oh, okay. Just whenever you get around to it, that'd be great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Vice is doing the best fucking reporting on the Trump stuff. Them and a couple of other sites like Politico is doing a really good job of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing that we had to have the specter of fake news happening to actually get good reporting back into the world. It's fucking amazing. Let's see what else has happened. Oh, yeah. Trump was preliminary awarded more than 36 Chinese trademarks, including one for escort services.
No,
and
Trump escorts.
This honestly should violate the emoluments clause. That honestly should be it, because he's been given something, from a foreign country. Oh, we've had business dealings there for a long time. It's like, God damn it. Just one day, he's just going to abscond in the middle of the night. He's just going to take off in the middle of the night and be like, I live in China now.
Like, I really, really didn't think all of this through, did I?
I didn't want to be president. I didn't want to do it. Pence made me do it.
Again,
that'd be great.
South Park nails everything perfectly.
It's disgusting and amazing at the same time.
Right?
Like, we should have had a female president right now. We are living in the fucking the upside down. It's so weird. When's the Demigorgon going to show up behind Sean Spicer on the one of these press conferences one of these days? Like, whoa, we did go to the negative dimension.
Trump's going to be there with Barb in the Oval Office somewhere.
Oh, Barb.
Oh, Barb.
Barb.
I heard she's going to come back this season. I don't know.
I don't know how she's going to do that.
She's like, I had like 2 pages
out of her.
Like, I had 2 pages of lines in the first season, and everybody loves me.
Well, it's just one of those terrible fucking dangling threads that they left. It's like, come on, wrap it up. Show her corpse somewhere and be like, oh, there's Barb. Poor Barb. But like, no, everybody's like fucking rallying behind Barb. Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna have a president that's gonna have a hooker service, and I'm not against hookers. I'm not against escorts. I'm not against people paying for sex. But at the same time, as the president, you should not have a Trump branded ass line. You shouldn't have a. You shouldn't.
That doesn't even sound good.
Trump ass lines doesn't sound good.
Dude lines off of Trump's ass. He's got a big enough one. He could. And that's a fat guy commenting on another fat guy's ass. So you guys can take your what is it? It's not ableism. What the fuck do you want to call it? Fat shaming away. You can take that away because I'm fat as shit.
Did you see the pictures of him playing golf? And
Yeah,
it was
that's
like,
why I
this
brought
is
it
the
up.
man that is fat
Bubble
shaming
butt.
women.
Yeah,
bubble
this is
butt.
the guy, the fat. Yeah. Nobody would care if you just kept your fucking mouth shut.
Yep. And most people wouldn't give a shit about Trump being president if he wasn't like on Twitter all the time. If he wasn't like lying through his fucking teeth everything that he does. Most people would be like, okay, well, we have a conservative president. Fuck, this sucks, Yeah. But no, like we have a guy that's bragging and shit. Like, I had the biggest numbers of everything. Like, no, you didn't. No.
Well, he's a fucking toddler. That's the problem.
Oh wait, this is my favorite that he did this week. His EPA chief denied that humans were primarily responsible for global warming, saying that our CO2 emissions have nothing to do with global warming.
Yeah, he's saying CO2 has basically.
It's not a greenhouse gas. Yeah, it has nothing to do with it. Even though we can like look at Venus and be like, look, that's mostly CO2 atmosphere, and it's a fucking blanket.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, we can't send probes there because they melt in the air.
I wonder what the rogue EPA Twitter has to say about that.
Oh, I should have looked it up this week. But The funny thing is, like, him saying this is contrary to the EPA's own website, and according to what is it, the Vice here, they said, according to the EPA's website and, science. Like, you can't alternative fact science, man. You can't be like, oh, well, this isn't true at all. No. He was scolded by members of the House Oversight Committee for deleting tweets.
Mm-hmm.
And he threw his full support behind the GOP Obamacare replacement, a.k.a., what is it, the American Health Choice Act or whatever.
Yeah.
Healthy.
Like the best health plan.
Now, that one,
that
one's not the actual one that they're talking about.
Title.
But it's so funny.
That's too bad, because that was awesome.
There's literally a healthcare plan out there where it's like, the best healthcare plan in the world of 2017, like, bill that's out there for the House of Representatives. It's like, seriously, guys, really? Are you gonna just rev that moped all fucking day in your front lawn, pretending that you're a badass? And it's just like, no, dude, that's not a motorcycle. You know that, right?
Just slow it down there, Easy Rider.
Whoa, calm down there, Evil Knievel. Come on.
Oh, I have a neighbor that rides one of those on the street all summer.
Oh, I'm so glad that, like, the little mini bikes are not a thing anymore. Remember the fake the little tiny bullet bikes that people would be driving around? Like, you look like I was almost saying, but you look like an idiot driving that around.
They've just switched those to the exploding hoverboards now.
As they vape. And I'm not knocking my vaping buddies or anything out there, but there's some folk out there that
there's some folk that take it way too seriously. Yeah, I know.
It's life, bro. Vape is life.
I'm in it for the nicotine. The fuck you.
All right, let's see, what else do we have here? A bill that doctors, hospitals, nurses, old people, and the insurance industry, and a significant portion of the president's own party hate. The interesting thing about this healthcare bill is that a lot of Republicans hate it because they view it as, giving people new entitlements.
Mm-hmm.
Which is 180 degrees from, like, what other people are mad at it for.
Wanted, yeah.
That's the thing, is that, like, they want to repeal and replace. Actually, most Republicans just want to repeal it. They just want to get rid of it altogether, the Obamacare thing. They wanted to go back to how it was, Let's not give a fuck about our own citizens at all. Now that they're offering, like, a tax incentive, like a tax saving plan kind of thing, they're like, oh, no, well, we shouldn't be giving people money. We shouldn't be treating our citizens like they're people. They don't deserve that. Only the rich people get medicine. But everybody else is against it because they're like, yeah, people aren't going to come to the doctor. Things are just going to be worse. It's going to cost us more money. People aren't going to be able to pay for their medical bills. And so this and this and this and this, everything. Like, we're seeing it from a humanitarian perspective. And the Republicans are like, you're being too fucking generous with those poor people. Why don't they try being not poor? Why don't we do that?
Yeah.
Do they have camps for not being poor? Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. Have you tried not being poor? Like, not being poor? Like, and I've heard somebody state it really great the other day where they're like, people come up with advice for not being poor that are not poor. Mm-hmm. They don't understand that it's expensive to be poor.
Yeah.
And they're not put ketchup on toast and called it pizza.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It's not DiGiorno. It's the struggle. I've done that. I've done what is it? Leftover hamburger bun, garlic bread for dinner.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Be like, okay, well, we're not going to finish all this. Let's see. We have tuna. We have a can of tuna fish. Let's see. We have a can of cream of mushroom. We got macaroni, and we got some peas and carrots in the fridge. Like, let's
ooh, leftover marshmallows. You
casserole.
Get dessert tonight.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie. I've shown my kids some of the struggle food that I've had growing up. They enjoy it, but at the same time, they don't have to enjoy it. That's the great thing about it.
It's the difference.
It's like a novelty.
Yeah, me roasting marshmallows over the fucking range, and we're talking electric range. We're not talking fire range.
You don't want to do that over the gas range because the marshmallows absorb like this weird flavor from the gas, and that's not good.
Well, it's better than fucking George Foreman grilling them.
The electric range is fine. George
Put it over
Foreman
the
grilling
gas,
them.
The electric range is fine. Put your mushrooms on the George Foreman.
George Foreman s'mores.
They're pre-squished for the
Where's my
graham
pen?
crackers.
I gotta write that one down. George Foreman s'mores. There we go.
You know, that actually sounds like it might be a good use for my George Foreman.
I just need to come up with a hashtag for this week. So let's see. And on top of it all, this is me going off of the Vice stuff here. We're gonna wrap it up here real quick. President Trump decided to finally do what most presidents do in their first days in office and requested the resignation of all U.S. attorneys, of the government attorneys that are usually politically appointed. And so I'm not offended or anything. There's a lot of people like, oh my God, he's calling for the resignation of all these attorneys. Like, no, that happens with every president.
Yeah, that's pretty normal.
But the thing is, it's not normal to be, I don't know, 40 something days in and finally doing this.
Well, most of them already have, a plan and a team in place, and they don't go hog wild about it.
Yeah, I think they're gutting the State Department. They still don't even have a fucking deputy to the State Department.
Yeah. The crazy thing about the president, it's like, we need you to resign now.
Yeah.
It's
so
like, you're doing it now. It's not
watch the Rachel Maddow segment that she did this week where she was talking about the State Department, how you know, if Russia's aim wasn't just to install a president but to gut the fucking American influence across the world, they're succeeding. So
yeah, they unfortunately.
Oh, and
yeah,
we've also got to say that Trump, even though he's not at Mar-a-Lago this weekend, he is taking his 9th day of golfing, since he's been president, which breaks his last record of 8, which breaks every other president's record. So
within the first God.
Most presidents, when they come into office on their first couple of months, they're really fucking busy, getting up to speed on things and getting their stuff passed.
They don't really take a vacation for a couple months.
Yeah, and when they do, they take a good vacation for a week. They don't take this constant every weekend. I'm bored of being president. I want to go play some golf. I'm gonna go buck some fishes. That's what I want to go do.
I'm gonna go play president down at my private resort in Florida.
Oh yeah, and the Mar-a-Lago place has a terrible employee vetting policy. So guess who works there now? Spies. I can guarantee you they got some compromat there from other countries and just waiting to hear about it. We're just waiting to hear about it. So
I'm sure.
We're living in interesting times. I don't want to live in interesting times. I want to live in boring times.